Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I'm here once again with another video, and that is on verbs. I hope you like my video, and if you do so, don't forget to like it and share it and press the bell icon button. Okay? Assalamu alaikum and welcome to English Essentials with IAK. In today's video, we're going to study the verbs, and I'm your presenter, Israr Ahmed Khan. The Olympics. The word Olympic comes from the name of the town Olympia in Greece, where the ancient Olympic Games were always held. The first recorded Olympic Games were held in 776 BC. The Games took place every fourth year after that date until they were abolished by a Roman emperor in AD 394. It was not until 1875 when archaeologists discovered the ruins of the Olympic Stadium in Greece that interest in the Games was renewed. Baron Pierre de Coubertin, a French scholar and educator, proposed that the Games should be revived as an international competition to encourage both sport and world peace. The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens in 1896. Like their classical predecessors, the athletes were men only. Women were admitted to the Games in 1900. Since that time, the Games have been held at 4-year intervals as in ancient Greece. However, since de Coubertin's dream of world peace has not been realized, the two world wars prevented those of 1916, 1940, and 1944 from being held. The Olympic Games have been confined to amateur athletes despite a few exceptions. There are pressures on the Olympic authorities to admit other professionals to the game. Such a step would damage the entire concept of the Olympics. The following words appear on the scoreboard at every Olympic opening. The most important thing is not to win, but to take part. In contrast, the aim of every professional is to win. So here is an exercise on the reading that we just had, which is followed by another exercise. If you have time, you can go for it. Have a look at the first one, present continuous tense. Usage: an activity that is in progress at the moment. An example: Mary is watching TV right now. Another usage: a general activity that takes place this week, this month, or this year. Example: I'm training for the Olympics. Another usage: future arrangements. Example: I'm going to Sweden next winter. Next in the list is simple present tense. Usage: a habitual action, or a general fact, or future timetables. Example: I run every morning. The sun rises in the east. The ticket office opens at 9. Next in the queue is simple past tense. Usage: An action that began and ended at a specific time in the past. An action that occurred over a period of time and was completed in the past. An activity that took place regularly in the past. And here are the examples. The first one, we won a gold medal last year. She skated for 15 years. She trained every morning before work. This is followed by past continuous tense. An interrupted action, a repeated or continuous state in the past. So here are the examples. I was watching the Olympics on TV when he walked in. I was making many new friends at the Olympic Village. So now we are moving towards future. Future tense, going to. Usage, expressing a prior plan, predicting something that is likely to happen in the future. And here is the example. My brother is going to go with me next week. We are going to win. I know it. Then we have future tense with will. Predicting something that is likely to happen in the future. Expressing willingness to do something. And making a decision at the time of speaking. And here are the three examples. You will win the race, I know it. I will go with you if you like. I will call you in a few minutes then. Moving on to the future, we will read about the future continuous tense. So the usage, an action that will be continuing at a particular time in the future. And the example, this time next week I will be training for the race. This is followed by present perfect tense. Usage, an action that happened at an unspecified time in the past. An action that has happened recently. Or an action that began in the past and continues in the present, usually with for or since. And number 4, repetition of an action before now. And here are the examples. I have seen him on television. She has just gone out. She has been training for 2 years. He has been to the Olympics several times. The next slide is present perfect continuous tense. So here is the usage, expressing the duration of an action that began in the past and continues in the present with for, since, all morning, all day. Then a general action in progress recently for which no specific time is mentioned. And then an action that began in the past and has just recently ended. And here are 3 examples. 1. John has been swimming for 2 hours. I have been thinking about competing next year. Have you been crying? Your eyes are red. Past perfect tense is next in the queue. A past action that occurred before another action in the past. An action that began in the past and has just recently ended. So the first example, she had just left when I arrived there. I had hoped to get their decision before today. Then we have past perfect continuous tense, expressing the duration of an activity that occurred before another action in the past year. An action occurring recently before another action in the past. She had been competing for 6 years before she tried out for the Olympics last year. He looked tired because he had been running for 6 hours. Followed by this is future perfect tense, an action that will be completed before a particular time in the future. The example is, by next June, I will have participated in 4 Olympics. At the end of this lesson, I have given some exercises. As you can see that this is exercise 1, which has 2 slides and 12 sentences. And then we have exercise 2. Again, it has 2 slides and 12 sentences. And these are the answers to these exercises. I thank you very much and wish you all the best from English Essentials with IAK. Goodbye.